but I think it is a pretty impactful story. So that's what I want to share with you today. Okay. So, as many of you already know, right, I quit my stable 9 to 5 outpatient clinical job and I launched my own LLC, my own practice, right? I'm a substance abuse counselor here in Wisconsin, a recovery coach, right? Person with lived experience. I was a methamphetamine addict and kind of everything else. And now I'm here today. I have my own business. Things are going okay. But let me finish telling you the story, okay? So I started my own business, got everything done, right? Applied for the LLC, got it all done, okay? I landed my first client, and I finally felt like, man, I am finally living and like living the dream, winning in recovery, winning in life. Like, holy crap, I'm doing it, right? And then last night I looked at my bank accounts. So yesterday morning there was $3,000 in my business checking account. Hello, cat. And last night when I went to bed there was 300, just under 300. Right. What a crazy thing. Okay. So again, January 20th, it's when I left my clinical outpatient job. And I guess I did what some people consider the brave thing, right? I launched my own business. I got the LLC file, the tax number. I had my first paying client on the books. My blog was running successfully here on Substack. I even ended up getting a marketing intern that kind of came back to me full circle, which if you're ever in the recovery world, you'll know what that full circle moment is like, okay? So on paper, man, I was kind of living the dream, right? 10 years clean from meth, building something from absolutely nothing. But last night, that fear came rushing in anyhow. Yeah, fear. Fear can be a scary thing. It can be a funny thing. It can be one of those things that catches you off guard sometimes. I opened my bank app and I had, like I said, $3,000 in there. And all of a sudden there was just under 300. My hands started to shake. I almost dropped the phone and I was like laying in bed with the phone like this. So of course it would have plopped on my head. And that same old silent, icky sickness rolled through me in a wave that I honestly wasn't able to stop right away. I laid there and my stomach just twisted in knots. My chest felt so tight, heavy. My throat was dry, that metallic, weird taste, right? That panic flooded every nerve ending of my body, I think. I was scared. My mind raced back, straight back, to every single time that I've been really good at being really, really poor. Single mom for years. Lived in a laundry room for a while when I was 18. I lived in a shed. I brought my first baby back to a shed. No running water. Electricity piped in from a extension cord from a house. Oh yeah, right? Scraping by on absolutely nothing while I work part-time, trying to keep the lights on, the heat on, food in the fridge. And a little bit about my history. Like, I didn't even graduate high school. I dropped out my senior year. That's when I hopped that Greyhound to New York. And I didn't even get my GED till I think I was 27. I started college in my 30s while I was still figuring out how to feed my kids. And now here I am working on a master's degree in clinical mental health. Finished a bachelor's degree in addiction counseling. It's been a ride. So I did all of this, and then second that the money drops out of the basket, I'm back mentally. I'm back in that same old place. And that's a really hard spot to be, especially for me, okay? So last night, I barely slept, right? My brain is going like, how am I going to pay the bills? I have a cell phone bill coming up. I have this bill coming up. Like I have credentialing going on. I have so many things going on, right? And let's be honest, the economy is not great right now. And I don't have that full-time steady job coming in. So yesterday I took the biggest leap yet. I spent $3,000 and I signed a contract with a marketing agency to grow my business. Now the bank account is lower again and the sirens are blaring, the flags are waving, and that silent, sick feeling still hits. What am I going to do? My mind races the same way as it did back in the day. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to hustle this up? How can I make money? Doom, 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 right? And all of the ways are not good, healthy ways. Of course, those are the first things that always pop up. I spent hours searching the internet for ways to make money. Can I do this? Can I side hustle that? How can I turn a profit? Even 10 years sober, I have to say money is still the real addiction. Money meant safety, security. It meant that I was in control back when everything was crazy. It meant escape, and it was power. And even though I left the drugs behind, that mentality was a really hard thing to escape. So I lay there last night thinking, my heart pounding against my ribs, realizing that I was doing the same exact dance in my brain as I used to do, just without getting high. Yeah. Did not expect to see that one coming, right? The fear basically just gnawed at me. And all I could think of is, what if I fuck this up and I just exploded my whole life? Boom, proof I'm still broken. But I have to say, last night also cracked something open for me. I had a choice. I can pretend everything's fine and white knuckle the out of that, right? Or I can ask for help and get real, raw, honest feedback and go to the people that have built themselves up from ashes. What a thought, right? Progress isn't pretending that you've got it all together when you're barely honestly holding on. Progress means sitting in the mess, even when the dishes are piled up, the bank account is low, and fear screams through your entire body. And you still choose to keep going, even if it's just one small, tiny millimeter at a time. Progress doesn't always look like it does in the movies or in the magazines or even what you hear gossiping with your friends. Progress is those tiny, itty-bitty, almost insignificant steps that we make every single day. Every time you make the right next choice for yourself, decision-wise, that's progress. It doesn't matter if it's a mile, it doesn't matter if it's a millimeter, because progress is progress. That's my whole spiel. And if there's one thing that I can teach people, it's that it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, as long as you get there. And as long as you're making those teeny tiny strides along the way, that is what matters. Doesn't matter how many times you fall down. Trust me, I am the comeback queen, okay? I have started over more times than I can count, okay? And it's not because I'm stupid, right? It's because I'm still learning, I'm still growing. I had to figure out how to live without dysfunction in my life and how to function, right, properly or within certain parameters, right? To become healthier, to be that mom for my kids, to be that person for my clients and the people that I work with. I'm literally hype. I just took the trash out. Little face hell. Haha! I love that. I love that, Beautifully Broken. Love your name too, by the way. Beautifully Broken. It doesn't matter how many times we break and chip, right? Because you put it back together. And the beautiful thing about putting it back together like that is that sometimes you can get really creative and really specific and really build and let yourself be that person and develop into that person you truly want to be. I think our entire life journey is honestly spent just discovering who the hell we are, what we believe in, and what we want. Oh, I'm so glad you're getting inspired. Because honestly, I want to be that person that I wish I would have had early on. Okay? Because there's so many people out there that have that spark, right? They want to do something. They want to grow. They want to change. They want something different. They want something better, right? And you can feel it. That's that little pilot light, the little pilot light that's inside all of us. Okay? And I can't do it. There is no therapist, there is no counselor that can ever ignite the pilot in you. But we can fan the shit out of it and feed it the oxygen, right? And help you truly ignite that fire into that fire that fully engulfs, where you rise up from the ashes, where you become what you're trying to become. It's such an interesting process. I really believe it. Fan each other. Hell yes. And that's the other thing about it too, is that finding a community of like-minded people, people that get it, people that are striving for the same thing. And it could be 1,000 different things. Okay, I work with addiction, recovery, porn, sex, you name it. If there's an issue in your life that feels like it's running your life instead of you, okay, that's what I want to work on with people. Because I think we all have those things. And I think we need to learn that it's okay. It's okay to be messed up. It's okay to feel alone. It's okay to have anxiety and depression. It's okay to have mental health issues. It's okay to be overweight. It's okay to be underweight. If you're working on it and you're trying to improve yourself in whatever way, in whatever form of growth you're aiming for and trying to achieve, that is the beauty. And that right there, that connection, that spark, that energy flow, that is what I want to give people. That is what I want to be able to inspire. That is what I want to be able to help grow in my own community here locally, in my state. I'm in Wisconsin, by the way. It's still cold up here. We got snow. But also because in the world that we live in today, we have platforms like this where we can share and inspire. And there's some powerful stuff out there. There are some powerful writers and authors out there. Oh my gosh, it blows me away every single day. But if something I can say or something that I can write can make one person's day one teeny tiny bit better, then I've done my job for the day, right? And I'll tell you, I am straight up scared. I'm so scared of where I'm at right now with everything. I have this beautiful business built. I love what I get to do, right? I enjoy it. I'm good at it. I'm great at helping guide people. I'm great at walking beside them through their journey, right? I can give them the individualized care and really work with somebody to help them achieve what they want to achieve. But I can't do that unless they call me, right? Or do like that free intro call. And I've been stuck and plateaued on that now. And it's scary because I still have my kids and my family, right? And I still have the responsibilities that comes with that. And I don't have a safety net. This was the biggest jump I think I've ever taken in my life, was this endeavor, right? Bringing my blog that I've been writing for like 2 years, right? Bringing that into life and fruition with coaching and counseling. And then I also have a school community, so that I actually have like a trifecta, right? So support, community, and education through the blog. I love it. But I have something that works and will work, right? But how do you keep feeding your dream when the fear is so real? It's a hard place to be. So now you know my problem. You know my fear. You know where I've been. Now what the hell am I going to do about it? Okay. I'm going to keep making the next right decision for myself and my family. I'm going to keep focusing in on my writing. I'm going to put myself out there and do more of these lives. I am going to network in my local communities like I have never networked in my life. I'm going to put myself out there in uncomfortable situations because that's how we grow and change. And as much as I want to help people grow and change, sometimes you have to grow and change to be able to do that for people as well. Although I am really excited, you guys, I do have my first public official speaking engagement the 17th of this month. I'm speaking at a healthcare symposium talking about breaking the stigma and the shame for working with patients in recovery or that have addiction issues. I'm stoked. I'm so incredibly excited. What an important topic. What an important thing to talk about. And it fits perfectly for me, right? I'm a counselor now. I was a person in recovery, and I used to work in the medical field. Surprise, I was an EMT, right? So I saw all the sides of this, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. But I'm really excited to invoke some conversations about it and see really how it's going. I know, symposium, it sounds so fancy. I was like, what the hell's a symposium? I was like, okay, I'll do it anyhow. But super excited about that. What an opportunity, right? I've been working on my PowerPoint, getting things together. And then I also have, a community expo that I last minute, I'm going to get a chance to be a part of here in my local community. So I'm going to set up a table and I'll have my flyers and my business cards and all of my books. So I'll have The Circle Stays Unbroken, which is my novel written through the eyes of my 11-year-old son, watching me and his dad go through addiction, his dad go through incarceration, release. Whew, that's quite the story. And then I have a workbook on codependency because, whoa, do I know codependency? I should have a label on my forehead. One of the hardest things I've ever worked on, ever. And such an important thing, okay? And then I have a workbook on finding yourself after you start to get sober. It's honestly an amazing world, and I can't believe I have 3 books out there. I just ordered copies from Amazon, so I have copies here. My book is available on Amazon. However, I think I have a couple chapters. I think I have chapter 1 through 5 released here on my Substack. You might have to go back through. It's from a few months ago, but I do have it. And then I even have like an audio file of me reading the first chapter in the introduction. So definitely feel free to check that out. I was going to do like a chapter a week on the audio version here on Substack, but got busy and just didn't have the time. But it's a super powerful story. It fits for kids, young adults, parents, grandparents. The really cool thing is that my kids are Native American descent, so they're descendants of their tribe. Their biological dad was tribal, and their stepdad is tribal. So it's got a lot of tribal culture in there as well, which is really cool. And it really is just a beautiful story. My youngest son, Eli, was so proud when we finished the book. It was pretty exciting. So it is available out there on Amazon. And it is free to read on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, all my books are free for you to read and reference. My school community, if you do join my school community, I think until I get 100 members, everything is free. And all of my first members are going to be VIP members, which gives you access to everything, including all my coursework and classes, which include all of my books in there too. So all 3 of my novels are in there. So you could also get them for free that way and read them that way. So, but hey, I've already been talking about money problems. If you want to buy my book on Amazon, God bless you. Okay. I think that would be amazing. You definitely help me be keeping the lights on and helping me continue to write and put out content and hopefully really make my dream come true of taking progress to the next level. Well, beautiful people, thank you so much for being here with me today. I have a client call that I have in a few minutes, so I do have to get off my live today. It was beautiful to talk to all of you, and thank you so much for the comments and the hearts and everything else. Your encouragement is beautiful and wonderful, and plan to see more of me. Okay, you got to Oh my God. Thank you so much. That's absolutely incredible. I have to say, sometimes miracles happen. Thank you. I'm absolutely humbled and grateful. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, really. That was so unexpected. So you can tell I'm a real person getting all emotional over here. But I definitely hope to see you guys in the future. And next time, please, if you have any questions, if you ever want to reach out, DM me, send me a message. I am more than happy to connect. I love networking with people. Um, if you are ever interested in like co-writing an article or doing anything like that, I would love it. I'm also on the editorial advisory board, and I'm a subject matter expert for a blog called the Vital Voyage blog, which is all about mental health, all the categories. It's some pretty amazing stuff. And they are also always looking for new authors as well. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Do something nice for yourself, some time for the rest of the day, some self-care. Eat something green, do something nice for yourself. Scream into a pillow. Do whatever you got to do, right? All right. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.